inside of this show is the
Oh,
one and only Mike Manheimer, doer of things upon the interwebs, scaler of revenue for merchants
Yeah.
everywhere. I do have to say, last time we had the one and only Alex Beller, newly minted CEO over at Postscript, he talked a lot about this concept of a segment of one. A segment of one. Wouldn't you like
Crazy.
that inside of your retention ecosystem, being able to build out and capitalize on truly unique messaging for all of your customers who are unique themselves? I think you would. You would. And perhaps now possible with shopper automations. We must bring the man himself inside the show. Everybody, welcome Mike Manheimer, Chief Customer Officer. Get in here, Mike. Get inside.
Let's go.
what's up, boys?
Swaggy hat. Look at
What's
that.
up, boys? Oh yeah, I got my carte blanche going on here.
Oh my gosh.
Points
wait,
for all of the swag.
We got to update that ad read. That kind of made it sound like we're an SMS company. There
was some news. There was some news, Mike.
We will get to that. I don't want to miss an opportunity to talk about something like you just mentioned that we're super excited about, which is the launch of shopper automations and, delivering this like one-to-one marketing journey that like everyone who's listening to this who's been a marketer, I've been a marketer my entire life.
Yeah.
Like we've been after this. It's the holy grail, like right message, right time. And it's for a whole bunch of reasons been difficult to near impossible to do. And, we're really, really excited to bring that type of journey orchestration to Shopify merchants. So yeah, I'm excited to be here to talk about this. This is a huge step in, automated high revenue automation building for every e-commerce brand out there. It's insane. The results are insane. The ease of use is insane. And we're also delivering these really cool customer experiences. So I'm excited to talk about that.
This to me, Mike, it does feel like an evolution. It feels like maybe it's a revolution. I don't know, but this piece of a segment of one, it is like the Holy Grail. It's like finding or creating the eighth wonder of the world, of the modern world.
And I think that go ahead. Yeah, I think that marketers are, one of the great things about marketers is we're always pushing for the next thing. But if you look at like a really optimized email or SMS program, what you'll find is like a web of crazy automation flows. Maybe they're running 20 flows off every crazy trigger you can think of. And the marketers come to the table, how could I improve this, right? Like what's the next step? Eventually we got to the point where like the next step is definitely not 40 flows instead of 20 flows.
Right.
It's like the next incremental, like what's the next step change evolution of this? And it's probably running these flows in an entirely new way with the help of AI agents to these segments of one to find not only great alpha on the results, but also delivering better customer experiences. Because eventually there's just a limit to like the amount of flows that a marketer can even administer at any given point. Like some people crumble under the complexity, right? Like you build and build and build and build and build. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh my gosh, like what is even going on in here? There's so many like loose ends. Is this even what customers want? Maybe you're firing based on like 100 third-party triggers in addition to what you've built. It becomes a mess really quickly. And that's not a knock on marketers. It's like how many parallel universes could you keep track of in your head at one given time?
Yeah.
Most people have built like an automation bird's nest in their tools. And so, we want to get to the next thing, which is, self-driving automations that drive more revenue and make customers super happy.
Oh,
so
like
is that how you're thinking about like the evolution of that shopper automation? Is that self-driving automation?
Yeah, essentially because finding and using zero-party data, zero-party information, which is what makes these segments of one necessary, right? Like, it's not necessary or even interesting to the end subscriber to give them a segment of one message if you don't actually know anything about them, right? Then you're like, I want everyone to have a personalized message, but like, what are you really personalizing off of? Merge tags are not personalization.
Yeah.
And so because we have one-to-one messaging with Shopper, we're having these conversations, we're learning things that actually make a one-to-one message interesting. I'll give you an example. We work with a brand, Boostcoos bar, formerly of No Commerce. It's his brand.
Let's go.
And you know, Shopper's having a conversation with one of his customers. They find out that the person buying this, their daughter-in-law has celiac disease and can only have only have gluten-free, and that's why they're exploring the brand, right? It's like, okay, now we have a piece of information that would be really interesting to do a one-to-one message about this person who's cooking for a person with a medical ailment who they care about. We understand those patterns differently. Okay, now there's a good reason to message this person segment of one and keep that conversation going. And so it's not just because we think that that's better. It's also impossible for a marketer to make use of that information. So we would show Bar, hey, this person told us their daughter-in-law has celiac. He's like, oh, that's a really cool insight. What do I do with it? It's impossible for a marketer to be like, you know, doing a segmentation to figure this out. The only tool that could make use of that piece of information in an intelligent way is an AI agent, because it can write an individual message for everyone. So it's a little bit out of necessity, right? Once you get the raw material to make one-to-one interesting, the only tool set that can automate that is AI, because you can't have a school of attention marketers writing it. So it's better, but it's also like required. Like once you have those ingredients, you have to employ AI to do it, because it's too much span of control for any one or team of marketers to possibly go dig through and make use of. So it's like the perfect use case for an AI agent to be building these automations.
The thing that strikes me is like information like that is so minute. It's so minute and individual. You know, it's like how many inside of your flows, your list are going to be, you know, suffering celiac disease, and then, you know, you need to create with it. I would say my own experience, especially in the realm of retention, it's like you want to look like you're doing great work to your boss. You want to look like you're continually busy. And so what you do default to is just, we got 20 great flows. Well, what are you doing now, big boy? 50. I'm making more, and they're even more like minute and delicate and taped together with more things. And what you end up doing is spending all your time on stuff that doesn't actually make substantial money. You know, you're just like busily looking impressive to your boss.
The interesting thing about what this automations product does is it still helps you make this argument to your boss, because you're not doing less. This is literally making millions of micro decisions every single day about what to say, who, what, when, where, how do I send. So when you go talk to your boss, like, what are you doing here? You're like, hey, I'm administering our offers and our brand center on top of this new AI technology that's making our automations drive, more dollars. And by the way, we're giving the 60,000 people or 600,000 people on our list a completely bespoke one-to-one experience. So if 50,000 people are going through an automation in a given month, before you'd be like, we got 20 different experiences to categorize these 50,000 people. Now you get to go and say, I gave all 50,000 people a completely bespoke journey for themselves. And the result of that is that we got revenue per subscriber lift of somewhere between 5 and 10%, 15x incremental ROAS from using this tool set. And the other thing that lets us know like one-to-one is really, 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 really worth it. When we do self-driving one-to-one automations with Shopper automations, we actually see a 25% lower unsubscribe rate from automations. Really? So
wow,
there's this hypothesis that like we as marketers, we think people want one-to-one, but like, do they really? Does it really make a difference? Like the unsubscribe rate shows us, in addition to obviously incremental revenue, but the unsubscribe rate shows us that even when people don't convert, they like the one-to-one experience better and stay subscribed to the list longer. So I think that like there's an opportunity to, if you're thinking about what your boss is asking you to do, there's an opportunity here to talk to them about how you're actually elevating the ROAS, you're elevating the customer experience, and we're actually delivering way more complexity, not less. We're just doing it in partnership with Postscript's AI agent.
Fascinating.
I mean, this is one of the things I definitely wanted to touch on was you're elevating the brand experience so much more and that customer's interaction with the brand. And also, we haven't mentioned this. This thing is on 24/7, 365. If you're sick someday, this thing's still running in the background. If you are hanging out, it's still running in the background, just collecting more zero-party data for you to then operate the brand and move the brand forward in a new direction from true customer data and true interactions.
And so like there's the likelihood that it the worst case scenario is that it delivers an automation that is at parity with whatever you're running right now. The best case scenario is it delivers this incredibly elevated experience that drives an incremental conversion and completely delights the customer. And the administration cost of that goes to zero, while whatever you're doing now requires your hands on the keyboard. And so like I called it like a self-driving flows, self-driving automations. And that's like literally what it is. The other thing that's really cool about it, for people who are skeptical, which, you know, Postscript, we come with receipts. We don't like to just ask people to trust us with, you know, black box AI stuff. Every single implementation of this is baked into a holdout where we have a treatment of whatever percentage you say, and then we test it against what you currently have, right? And so everyone who is in the alpha and beta of this product is getting an incremental 50-50 test versus control split with clear reporting on every single subscriber. And so there's also, if you're talking about what are you reporting to your boss, you're not just like, oh yeah, trust me, bro, this is better. You can point to this holdout study. It's baked into the process. It's right there in the dashboard. And so you get the proof, you get the control, and you get the, you know, the incremental results with, you know, zero administration from you and your team. It's like, that's what we want, right? That's what we want. We want great results with less work, and Shopper Automations is a free money machine.
So, I love that.
I love that analogy also with full self-driving, because it is exactly what this is. I mean, you guys should think about full self-texting, a little nice little FSD, full self-texting.
FSD. This is a really, it is a very appropriate illustration and metaphor. Like walk me through, Mike. So I've got my normal setup. I've got my welcome flows. I've got all my things over here. And then we've got, that's continuing, but I've also got full self-texting, full self-driving that is happening as well.
It's literally the most intuitive thing ever. With the start of the setup is you have a little slider and you get to tell us how much of the traffic you want to go into this treatment. You can adjust it. You know, we do a holdout, then we tell you the results. And then once you feel good with it, we're going more and more and more. What we're doing along the way to earn the trust to be able to go to 100% of automation traffic is we're tweaking the brand center. We're updating the offer management suite. We're giving the intelligence to the automation agent, to Shopper Automations, to be able to continue to nail that experience. And that's what we're fine tuning. And, you know, in 100% of cases, we're making more money, driving a better experience. People are super excited. I mentioned, you know, like an average of you know, 15x incremental return. People have seen way more than that. Portland Leather saw 17x. Beekman saw 18x. There is Portland saw, in addition to the incremental return, they also saw an 11% improvement in revenue per subscriber just from turning this thing on. Really? So 11% more money per subscriber with doing 100% less work on that cohort of people. Like that's what we just delivered. So for anyone who's using Postscript, we are happy to do the holdout, run you through the implementation, show you how it works so you can get these results. But like our intention is that we drive the amount of revenue you're making per subscriber, getting these automations way up, and taking the amount of, you know, brain power it takes to run a at scale automations program down to nothing. Now we know we need to earn that trust. That's part of the process, but that's what's available in the account now.
And Mike, something you just breezed by there that I just wanted to highlight. You said 100%. That's like everybody that's done it has made more money. Is that? I mean, did you say that?
Yeah,
That's crazy.
the bar for when we release products is, if we don't have something that is like universally going to create more top line, bottom line revenue for our customers, then we need to go back to the drawing board. And we're not out here trying to say like, oh, you should use AI because it like feels good and it's a cool little toy, and you can do this fancy little demo and maybe it's fun. Like the way we earn the trust of our customers is by asking them what their goals are and developing products that help them get to those goals at a lower total cost of ownership by providing revenue generating tools. And that's the way it's always been. Our foray into AI, same thing. Shopper Autos is an incredible new development that continues to drive results for customers.
Mike, this feels like a red letter day. This feels like a very I'm saying a very genuine like turning of time is what I'm saying here. Sorry.
Yeah, we're pumped about it. We think that the ability for AI to deliver one-to-one experiences for e-commerce use cases is finally available. One of the missing ingredients was, do you even have data that makes a one-to-one experience interesting? Historically, the answer to that has been no, but we've been doing shopper one-to-one conversations for a very, very long time. And so the addition of all of this zero-party data, all this conversational data with these new tool sets is making things possible that were just truly not possible in the past. And so we're starting here with automations. I won't say exactly where we're headed with it, but like you can imagine, we're going to try to bring this type of innovation to as many messaging types as we possibly can.
Messaging types.
Mike, I mean, have there been any conversations? I'm sure there have been, where even you're looking at the conversations that has been had by Shopper, and you're kind of looking around internally being like, look, we know this product is good, but what just happened is like unbelievable. Do you have any of those examples from a brand?
Yeah, I mean, every single brand account has tons of those, and I'm not sitting here saying Shopper's absolutely perfect out of the box, right? Like, there's some fine tuning that needs to happen. So, there's definitely some things with offer management that we want to make sure that we're nailing in. You don't want to confuse people with different discount codes and things like that. It needs to match your merchandising on site. So when you do a site-wide sale, like, does it know that that's happening? We have site-wide sale awareness. So there's all sorts of little edge cases, practical edge cases that you want to make sure are tight in there. The thing that it does almost 100% of the time that is also baffling is the relationship part of the conversation management. Mm-hmm. Like the celiac example I brought up from Bouscous, that person also let us know that like they have a tradition of like baking challah with the family on Friday nights, and that's a thing, right?
Let's go.
Shopper is like remembering that and being like, oh, do you have a gluten-free challah recipe? Like, here's what I would like. It's like, it's adding to the conversation in such a human way and making use of the zero-party data without any administration in a way that feels completely natural and additive to the experience. The bar that we look to, which I see happen in every single person's account, is like when people are thanking Shopper, which is AI, but people are thanking Shopper just not for just the information, but for the conversation. They're like, hey, they're like, it was super nice talking to you today. Like that happens in everyone's account every single day. And like that bar is the bar we need to be hitting. And we're not perfect, but we're getting better and better every single day. And there are magic examples of that sort of conversation in every single Shopper account all the time. It blows our mind still, but it is incredibly good at understanding when to make use of zero-party data, conversational data to enhance the relationship and tee itself up to be able to do a value-added conversation with the person, whether when to sell, when to upsell, when to educate. Wow. It understands a lot about what people are looking for when they're shopping. That's why we call it Shopper. It helps people shop. That's what it does. So it's purpose trained to do that. It understands what people are on your website to do, and it makes very, very good use of the conversation to be able to, facilitate a non-pushy sales interaction.
I love that.
Wow, that's
incredible.
fascinating.
It's incredible.
Fascinating. And this very much feels like a turn of time. It feels like I don't know. It feels like Ecomm 3.0 or 4.0. You know, whatever is the appropriate number here, Mike. You know, especially you're mentioning of various messaging types. You know, you got to talk to me a little bit. You got to talk to me a little bit about the leak, which we were on top of. Okay, I have to say we were dialed in. Okay, I just saw a little, something, and I just had to ask the question. You know, is
Quick
there
draw
breaking
from
news?
the Cowboys.
Is there breaking news?
We appreciate the eyeballs on the stuff. The internet. The internet is undefeated. So I can't say, obviously there's lots coming, so I can't say too much. September 23rd, we are doing a launch event for Postscript email. So if you go postscript.io/email, you can go sign up to see everything there. We're gonna, that's the place. Like if anyone's like, what does it mean? How's it work? That's the place to go find out. I am very encouraged by the response. And what I will say is that, one of the things that we hang our hat on is earning trust with our customers.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people are interested in this because they trust us with their SMS dollars. And so they're excited to explore whether they could trust us with their email dollars as well. And we take that really seriously. And we intend to bring a great product to the market that meets everyone's expectations. I think for many, many years we've said that we're not doing this, but
that's true. I mean, you actually told me that years ago. I mean, because I'd asked years ago.
Yeah, I think the combo of two things, right? It's what you can build with the tools that are available have fundamentally changed, and also, we try to understand what customers want, right? And it's been 8 years of people banging down our door being like, please do email. And so eventually, the stars aligned. We see good reason to enter this market, where in the past, just building like a, clone of what's out there just wasn't interesting to us. We always want to try to build new, innovative products that deliver new alpha to customers. And so when we saw that opportunity become available, people still banging down our door 8 years in a row, we were like, let's explore. And we're really excited about what we're gonna bring to the market. And I am flattered by the response from the general community. And if you want to learn more, which I hope you do, we are very, very excited to show you exactly what we've been up to on September 23rd.
So okay, just like you have sent emails though. I guess like that's like what I'm surprised that, honestly, I'm surprised if you guys have been heading this way. I'm surprised it's been hidden under wraps like this long. I mean, have you sent emails and such? Like it's a real developing thing.
Yeah. Their emails have been sent from Postscript. So like we have alpha customers. We have a great product that is improving all the time. I appreciate that you said it's been kept under wraps internally. I refer to this as the worst kept secret in eComm. But we're not trying to keep secrets. We're telling people, look, we have a track record and a relationship with our customers that we very much value. We want to continue to bring best-in-class products to market. Anytime we think we can add value to our customers, we're going to try as hard as we can. So in 2026, that means we're bringing email to market, and so we're pumped about it. And we've sent emails. We intend to send many, many more emails.
Wow!
I have to say, could you relay that launch date again? When was that?
Yeah, so September 23rd is when we're doing our launch event.
Got it.
That's where you can learn everything that you need to learn. And we are going to be ready, and we're excited.
Whoa. September 23. If you didn't know.
Breaking news.
Breaking news.
Let's
September
go.
23.
Yeah.
Boy, man, exciting times.
Yeah.
Exciting times, Mike. I mean,
Yeah.
for Postscript, and man, I love that. You know, this is born out of, man, your customers asking for it. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, that's like the most powerful, you know, kind of, why would we develop this? Well, our customers asked for it. You know,
Yeah,
like, that's a great reason.
Yeah, ultimately, every single year people have asked and we've had to consider it. And, you know, the facts on the field have changed. And so, you know, now's the time. And also, we expect that, you know, it's going to be competitive. It's not going to be easy,
Sure.
you know, especially to hit the bar that we want to hit. And so, you know, we don't take it lightly. We intend to deliver. There are plenty of people on, you know, on X and LinkedIn who were like, hey, I love this company. This is going to be tough for these reasons. And Beller and I were out there being like, hey, we know, like, bet actually, like, we don't want you to just assume we're just going to knock it out of the park. We're going to deliver a really, really great product that we're proud of, that will make customers more money. And we don't expect any freebies along the way. We're gonna earn it, and we're excited to, you know, get in the arena, as they say.
Let's go.
Wow.
Incredible,
Mike.
Breaking
Incredible,
news.
man.
Yes.
Breaking news.
Awesome.
Shopper automations. Everybody needs to get in on now.
Yes.
Go DM and bother Mike until you get in on the alpha, beta, zeta, whatever it is. Say,
DMs
get me
are
in
open.
there, beat
DMs
down the
are open.
door, DM Mike
DMs are
Manheimer, and stay tuned. Stay tuned.
Yeah.
September 23rd. More breaking news to come. That's
Yeah,
exciting, Mike.
Postscript.io/email, September 23rd. We'll be back with the Cowboys. Appreciate everyone. Appreciate your guys' eyeballs on the feed. But yeah, we're excited. We love building for our merchants, and we just want to keep going. So we're jacked.
Incredible, Mike. Well, we appreciate you coming to join us, and we look forward to all the things to come, man. Postscript.io/email. Mike, we look forward to having you back. Thank you, brother. Incredible, man.
Thank you, guys. Bye.